Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, and this should be a live balls deep of the game Child of Eden, but unfortunately I lost the audio. I did do the commentary live, I did enjoy it, it was funny, I did like it, I wish I could share it. Don't know what happened, people, it just got lost in the ether of, my bad luck and my misfortune. So, I'm going to do it regardless, I'm going to drop one over it. It's not going to have the same effect, which saddens me, but at the same time, it's a good game and I want to put it up there. So, this is me signing in. As exciting as that is, I know you're not here for this process, you're here for the gameplay. So, this is the spiritual successor to a game called Rez, which was a rhythm shooting up game on the, I think it was on the Dreamcast originally, but it got ported all over the place. It is on Xbox Arcade if you want to check it out, probably PSN. But I don't really check PSN because it's more a hassle than it's worth. And it is an interesting game. This is an extremely artistic and different game. And the concept behind it is just like Rez. It's once again, it is a first-person shooter where you highlight things and then you detonate them. Very simple to Panzer Dragon, if you ever played that. And what I mean by this is you highlight things with your lovely cursor, and when you release the button it releases like a missile or a blast that then takes out the target. You can lock onto 8 things at the same time to destroy them, and if you get all 8 locked onto and then you release your fire at the same rhythm as the song, you will get a perfect score multiplier. Something that is extremely challenging at times to do, but once you figure it out it can become extremely addictive. The other attack you do is a rapid fire machine gun, which is mapped to the other trigger or your right hand if you're playing with the Kinect. I'm not playing with the Kinect because I think the Kinect is a lie. I think the Kinect is the equivalent of dipping your balls in KFC gravy and asking your girlfriend if she wants a kernel. It's just a lie and I don't like it. But I'm using the good old pad and the right trigger fires, and the whole purpose of the rapid fire is to destroy anything purple on the screen. Because what happens here is the enemies that turn up, you shoot them. If they're purple, you have to shoot them with your purple gun. If they shoot bullets at you, you have to shoot the bullets with your purple gun, because it's the only way to destroy them. And this is the psychedelic clusterfuck that is Child of Eden. And you'll notice right there, I'm locking onto those enemies and I'm releasing it to get the perfect bonus. And right there, I fuck it up, because it's pretty challenging. And what you have to do to get those score multipliers is you'll notice there's a beat here. It's kind of like dun, 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 dun. There's a vibration in the pad, there's a kick drum that you can hear, and you have to release your fire in rhythm with a kick. If you mess up, you don't get your multiplier. And this game is all about that. That's the only way you're going to get the score, is that you need to get achievements and things, and that's what makes it fun. And at first, I didn't really understand what was happening, because I didn't realise you had to release it in rhythm with a song. I was waiting for all the locks and then releasing it, and personally, I felt that it was bullshit. I actually played through the game once, and I was like, this is interesting, but I'm probably never going to play it again, because I don't get it, and it's not my kind of thing. As soon as I figured out the scoring, I kind of fell in love. I kind of thought it was awesome. But it is deceptive, people, so if you are considering buying this, you need to think about a few things. The first one is there are only 5 levels. There are 6 levels if you want to count the bonus one, but the bonus one is bullshit. I don't like it at all. And these 5 levels are generally about 10 to 15 minutes long, depending on difficulty. And that's it. That is effectively what you're playing for. And the only person that's really going to get full enjoyment out of this as a purchase is the dude who likes to obsess, is the dude who when he picks up a game, he wants to learn it, he wants to master it, and he wants to go and chase those high scores. If you don't have that inside you, then you're not going to really get the full benefit. You're just going to play it, it's going to be kind of trippy, you're going to enjoy it maybe, and you're just not going to get the same appeal. See, the music as well, conventionally it's like crazy techno, acidy, J-pop. And at first it can be a little offensive, it can be a little bit like, what the fuck am I listening to? It sounds like a little kid banging on a keyboard, but the more you play it and the better you actually play the game, when you hit the perfect hits and things, the music evolves into something that's more concise, and I'm digging it, I'm really digging the music. And this is generally not the type of stuff I listen to, but for some reason when I play this game, I bump up the sound and I just kind of lose myself in it. And if I did partake in hallucinogenic drugs, then I would probably time travel while playing this game and have a really fun time. And if you are partial to a couple of, mind-altering chemicals, then feel free, because this is probably going to be the best game you've ever played. But as far as a shooter goes, it's pretty standard, it's trippy, it's warpy, it's kind of fun. And I'm just trying to hit these fish here, because these fish are a really good way of getting quick multiplayer. But you'll notice the base kick is a lot harder to decipher right now. It's not quite as full frontal, so to speak, and it can make scoring really, really challenging at times. I mean, listen to it. I can't even hear a rhythm. It's like ambient section, and you're just wondering, where's the fucking drum here? The pad's not vibrating. How do I score? And it makes it real crazy. But we're moving down here to the sub-boss of the level, which is kind of this clusterfuck, ridiculous cubist, you know, Renaissance piece enemy thing. It's kind of crazy, but as you can see, it is crazy. There's nothing really else to say. And the storyline of the game is kind of funny too, because there's this female girl who's like a euphemism for the internet, and you've got to destroy the internet because it's bad, and you've got to save this girl, and she turns into a flower at one point, which makes no sense, and there's a bunch of flashing lights. You drown on your own vomit after the biggest epileptic seizure, and then you wake up and, you know, you've saved the internet, and there's a girl in a white skirt who's singing English even though she's clearly not English, and it's, you know, you don't question it. It's like questioning many religions. The more you look at them, the more they don't hold up to scrutiny, and you wonder how the hell can anybody believe this bullshit when they say that the fucking, you know, tooth fairy doesn't exist. But I don't know, man. This is probably one of the strangest games I've played in a while, because it's just, well, look at it, it's madness. I was expecting it to be a little different than it actually was. Visually, I thought it was going to be even more crazy. This, to me, is still fantastic, and it's still lovely, and it's fun, but it could have been worse. It could have gone, you know, full on up your ass and just, you know, changed your focus and your outlook. And speaking about going up your ass, I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and I've been listening to it a lot recently because they've been pumping out a bunch of different ones. And there was a news story apparently in America of school kids getting drunk off of tampons, and it fucking killed me, man. It made me laugh so much, because the concept of using a tampon for any use is kind of ridiculous when you hear about the military using it to get water in survival kits and to plug wounds because it's such an absorbent material. I mean, it's just madness, but this is people actively using them to get drunk. And the way they're doing it, for people that are uninitiated in, you know, tampon, getting off your tits with a tampon, or however they call it, you know, cunt stuffing or something, is they soak it in vodka. And my first reaction is, oh, soaking a tampon in vodka, soaking it dry. Maybe you've got a period fetish, maybe you just like tampons, maybe you've got a thing for having furry things in your mouth that expand and retain water. I don't know, some people are freaky, people eat shit, we can't question this, they're just weirdos. But apparently, it's used as a suppository. For men anyway, so guys are shoving tampons up their ass, which to me, if that doesn't say that he's on the wrestling team for all the wrong reasons, I don't know what does. But guys shove it up their ass, and your body will absorb it through the vessel that you shove it in, and you will get drunk. The only problem is, the reason we have a liver is it filters things. It filters a lot of the things that would potentially harm our bodies. So when you shove these tampons up your ass, or in the female case, they put it into their vagina, and their vagina is as absorbent as anything else, and they retain it that way, which is hilarious just to think about. Your pussy's getting pissed. I mean, come on, man, that's genius. It's comedy gold. But these people are doing this without the full knowledge that without your liver filtering this alcohol, you can potentially poison your blood. You can poison your body. It is insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. You could kill yourself by doing this, and these people are still trying to get pissed at school in this ridiculously unorthodox way of doing it, because, you know, it's the cool thing to do. And a lot of people are following suit, because, like smoking, like a lot of things, you know, like trousers that you'd never understand. Just look at MC Hammer during the fucking early 90s. Nobody understood those trousers, but you still bought them because they were cool. And it's the same thing here. Nobody gets why shoving a tampon up their ass filled with vodka can be a cool thing until you do it and you bleed to death. It's like, oh, what is this world? People are fucking crazy. But the best thing about it is people don't really understand what drinking does to your body. Nobody thinks about it. It's like everything else. It's like if you think about, from the very second you're born, you're dying. Nobody wants to think like that, or she won't get out of bed. You just, you know, get in some opium den and ride the fucking dragon. you wouldn't want to do anything. It would be the least motivating factor ever, unless your personality responds from death and you turn into some Swado Bill Gates and end up, you know, robbing bazillions and becoming a philanthropist to try and disguise the fact that you were an evil business conglomerate in your early 20s. But we're not going to go into that one either. But like, when you're drinking, you are dehydrating your body. You are disabling your body's ability to fight the products that you're consuming. That is literally what you're doing. Your liver is struggling to keep you alive. And when you wake up the next day, or when you get pissed, and when you wake up the next day with a hangover, that, in all essence, is alcohol poisoning. So the buzz that you're chasing is what damages your body. You are chasing a mild form of poisoning, which is hilarious, and we all fucking do it, because it's awesome, aside from the hangovers, which blow balls. But you're chasing a form of poisoning. You're the same person that's injecting like fucking foxglove and hoping not to die. That is effectively what you're doing. And your body takes a while to recover. That's why hangovers can last longer, and as you get older, as your body gets less capable of defending itself, hangovers get worse. And we don't think about them because they're a universal repercussion of having a good night. And these people are absorbing this alcohol directly into their body without no filter or anything, and it's like fucking filleting a loaded gun. It's ridiculous, and yet only human beings would think to do this, man. We're fascinating animals. It's ridiculous. But I should probably talk a little bit more about the game, because I've not mentioned it too much. This is a boss. I don't know if you've noticed, it's probably the same boss I was on before, and it's just a case of, you'll notice that there's a bunch of the tiles moving around. If you lock onto them all, you can get your Octolock, release it in time, get your perfect lock. And do you see the lights that are oscillating from the centre every so often? There they are, just then, the white ones. They really remind me of the Megaton ore in Zone of the Enders. And I really love the effect of how it moves in such a square and an angular momentum. It's really cool. And visually this game is terrific. This is an astounding thing. I can't even imagine playing this on a 3D television if you can, because it'll probably be like, you know, in Batman Forever, when the Riddler sticks that thing on your head and you're watching TV and it looks really shit, but it's all coming out of the screen and you're fascinated. It's probably a very similar effect. And this bit now, if you're playing for score here, this is one of the more challenging areas, because the rhythm is so awkward. Because you use your purple to get rid of the cubes, which looks really cool as you're destacking them, but then you try and get your score, and it's not quite as easy as it was, and you're trying to hit it on that beat, and the beat keeps changing because it's more cymbal based than kick drum, and it's just madness, just fluent madness, and I don't understand it at all. But if you like a healthy dose of crazy Japanese shooting, crazy Japanese song, crazy Japanese, you know, acid techno trip, then this is probably the game for you, because it is unique, you've got to give it that much. But is it a purchase? I don't know. If you're the dude that's still playing Geometry Wars, then maybe this is the game for you. If you're the dude that plays a game to beat it and then goes, why wasn't that game longer, this is definitely not for you, because it's just not that kind of experience. This is as much in enjoyment of what is happening as it is a game. It's literally, it's an adventure. And unfortunately, it suffers like every adventure game does. Once you've done the story, once you've played through it once, some of the charm is lost. And for something that is this unique and this, you know, universally different, once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. You can never get that twist again where it was like, wow, it went all crazy, there was the lady who's a euphemism for the internet or something, and space travel and genocide. I don't fucking know what's happening. But it's like, you can't go back. You can't reclaim that innocence. Which makes me wonder that maybe there is some positive notes to Alzheimer's, you know? Read one book for the rest of your life and enjoy it as much as you did the first time you read it. Could be fantastic ailment. Who knows? But there you go, people. This was not obviously a score video or anything like that. This is just an example of the game. That is the first level. There are 4 more like it. Each of them is increasingly, you know, different stylistically and extremely trippy. But that is Child of Eden, people. Buy it, don't buy it, experience it, don't experience it. It is entirely up to you to pass judgment. But as always, you take care now.